Please, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, okay. Let me take this opportunity to greet your lovely viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, and then good evening. Anyway, my name is Daniel Wobil, a Reverend Minister and also a proud farmer.
Okay. So it's not new to this channel. We do first on the Bible, so the link is here. That is last year. So today we are going to discuss about gas cutter. So if you are interested to start gas cutter or you are doing gas cutter and you want to get more experience there, is the best person that we can interview so that I can give you more information about gas cutter. Okay, so what's inspired to start gas cutter?
Oh, actually, since we started with this rabbitry, we came to conclusion to add grass cutter because most of the feed we used to feed the rabbitry can easily be used to feed the grass cutter, and then we have that passion of taking care of rabbitry and then also grass cutter.
Okay, so starting gas cutter, what challenge that do you face?
Okay, anyway, let's look at the word grass cutter farming.
Okay.
Grass cutter farming is a practice of raising grass cutter in an controllable environment
Okay.
for meat purpose and for breeding and for research
Okay.
purposes.
Okay. So your challenge.
There are several challenges. The challenge is not that compared to rabbitry,
Okay.
just that the cage system, the housing system, and then sometimes the feeding system when you come to dry season.
Okay. So how do you overcome your challenge?
We have learned. We are trying to create a lot of opportunities whereby we can overcome our challenges.
Okay. So starting, how many gas cutter you start with?
We started with one male and then two female.
Okay. So you want to find out how long it take before gas cutter make mature.
Grass cutter for female to be matured for breeding. Okay, I think it's 6 months to 7 months. Then
Okay.
the grass cutter, the female is ready for breeding.
So what about meat?
For meat, it goes. It starts from 7 months going up to even 1 year. It goes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So 7 months it can cost 6 months to 7 months it can cost.
you can cross
Okay. So
depending on the weight of the grass cutter.
okay. So what weight that gas cutter weight it can cost?
Now, from 2 kg goes,
Okay.
you can cross depending on the month. It comes with a month.
Okay.
The weight will bring the yield. Okay, when the weight is much matured and the weight is also in order, it will make the female grass cutter to produce more.
Okay. Can you take us to the procedure of a fine crossing?
Crossing. It's just a normal procedures concerning um, bringing the female grass cutter to the male grass cutter, and sometimes not necessarily bringing the female grass cutter to the male grass cutter, but also you can also bring um, the male to the female grass cutter. It works depending on the relationship that exists between you, the farmer, and then the animals.
Okay, that one is not about a rabbit that you take the a female to
Even
you.
rabbitry, you can do the same. You can take the male to the male to the female. It goes.
Okay. So before you cross gas cutter, do give them medication first.
Oh, as for grass cutter, they get all their the protein quantity, everything in their feed. They depend solely on grass,
Okay.
like Timothy grass, and there is
Alfalfa.
alfalfa, and then it goes.
Okay. So you don't give any medication of crossing.
Oh, as for grass cutter, yeah, it's quite more cool.
Okay.
Medication is less
Okay. So if you
when you
cross,
compare to that of rabbitry that you have to give them vitamin, antibiotics before you cross them, and even deworming before you cross them. But for grass cutter, when they have the Timothy grass, that alone can also boost their immune system and everything, especially alfalfa and then the rest.
okay. So it take how long before it can give birth when you cross?
Grass cutter, it takes 5 months, maybe 1 week.
5 months, 1 week.
1 week, yeah. It depends on the schedules, how the creator has designed it.
Okay.
But then the actual distance is 5 months. Quarter, 2 weeks will be added to it. It
Okay.
goes depending on the shadows of God.
Okay. So before they'll give birth, do something in the kid.
No, after grass cutter, you just have to feed the grass. There's nothing like the nursing bush. Let the place be spacious, and then just feed the grass cutter, even at the time of delivery.
Okay. So after they give birth finish, give them medication.
No, there's no medication. The only thing is that you have to know there are a lot of grasses that contains their medicinal distinct function that play that medicinal functional roles. So when you give them that grass, it goes for them.
Can you mention some to us?
I like the Timothy grass, it contains a lot. Yeah. And the alfalfa and so on. They all contain, and the pineapple cover. It goes. Very powerful.
Okay. So after they give birth to the time they wait 6 months, that interval can you take out to
The
process?
And then we have the weaning stage whereby when the grass cutter, the young ones, the bennies or the youngs, when they get to, let's say, 2 months, let's say 2 months, 2 weeks, you can wean them.
Okay.
Yeah. Because for them, when they give birth, instantly they start eating.
Okay.
So they grow fast, depending on the quality of feed you feed them
Okay.
at the early stage. Yeah. So approximately 2 months, 2 weeks, you can wean them from their mother.
Okay. So gas cutter if they give birth to how long?
Now it range. The average is 5 to 6.
5 to 6.
Half that one is common. You can also break that record to maybe 8 and 9. That is what I've seen so far in my farm. But then it's not common.
Okay. So please, what types of gas cutter you have? Gas cutter. What types of?
I think we have the normal ash color and then we have the albino one. All of them, I have them. The albino and then the normal ash color. The normal one we know, but we have the albino, that is the white color.
So the color give them different prices or what?
Oh yeah, the white one is very expensive because they are not common.
Okay.
Even in the wild, it's not easy for you to come by them.
Okay.
So that is it. It's not common. Before you get them, you need to go far. So in the wild and then the white is not common. So when you have the albino, the white one, very, very expensive. Yeah.
Okay. So what food they eat?
As I said, they depend solely on the grass.
Okay.
And for grass cutter, it's less cost in terms of starting up.
Okay. So only grass or
Only grass, alfalfa, there are types of grass. Time will not permit me to take you through the alfalfa, the Timothy grass, all the grass, the goose grass, and all this.
okay.
But the most common one and most available one is this thing, the Timothy grass, sugar cane, and so forth.
Guys, do you need to dry it before you give it to them?
Oh, for grass cutter, they need it fresh as it is. The green, it goes, not the hay type.
Okay.
So for grass cutter, because they get their water, everything from the grass. So it is very, very important that you feed them when it's green so that they will get all the nutritional value from the grass. So not A. It
Okay.
should be pure green.
So where do you get your gas?
We used to go to the nearby villages like in Switchy and then Genja, the Osborne City. Yeah, get the grass.
Do you have any farm for that? Plant some for
Oh,
you?
we have planted some few ones. Yeah, like the sugarcane at the back.
So how do you give them sugar cane?
So sugarcane too is good for them. Very good for
The
them.
fruit or
The fruit and the this.
what about the cassava?
Cassava too is good for them. And for grass cutter, they eat a lot of things. But
If you can educate them
supervise it.
more food so I can
So
know.
grass cutter goes with grass, sugarcane, alfalfa, pineapple, a lot. Cassava, maize, all of them it goes.
Okay. So the food that you mentioned, which one is a medicine for them?
For medicine, as I said, all of them contain something time will not permit us to go through. That is why grasscutter, no, they don't normally get sick. They are always very active because of the grass they eat. Okay. So it's very hardly for you to see grasscutter so yare.
Okay. So when you bring the grass, do you need to add salt to it, or you just give it to them?
No, it depends. When you have only 2, 3 grasscutter, you can wash them when you see dirty. But then when you have a lot of them, washing it becomes a problem. But then we try to look at it. If it has been contaminated, then we have to wash it with salt.
Okay. What
The
do you?
same apply to the rabbitry. There are some weeds when you go for them, you have to wash them before you feed them.
Okay. So how many times do you feed them?
I think it depends. 2, 3 times. Depend. You have to monitor them continuously, and you look at it when they are short of food. You feed them. Very, very important. It takes a lot of time. You need to monitor them to know what is happening. That is why it's advisable for you to raise them in a protected environment, controlled environment, not any environment. Because they will run. They can run. They are wild. They are from wild. So when bringing them, you have to take precaution to all these things.
I thought like you measure the food before you give it to them.
Oh, wow, it is rabbit that sometimes we do measure. But then the human, chala, you grow with a lot of experience. You can feed them and you will know the quantity. That is okay. But for grasscutter, they don't eat like those fermented feed. Some farmers do, but I mean I see it to be a lot of adding more cost to your labor. So the grass goes.
Do you give them water?
Water you give, I do give them water in specific seasons, like the dry seasons. By certain seasons, I see that the Timothy grass contains a lot of water, so I don't give them water. So it depends on every farmer and the way you have steadied your animals and the way you want to feed them, and even give them water. So it's only on dry season that I do try to give them water, because I realize that they don't drink it. Oh man, because once you know it depends on the mom. It's quiet. And then the farmer now mokoto 101. There was no introduction of water. So they are used to not drinking water. But then certain I by my study and calculation, the water is more important. But I try and then it could not work. So I stop. But when it comes to dry season, I do try to give them water.
Okay.
Because at
So
that time, in ruin, most of them have been dry.
do you have inbreeding on grasscutter?
Oh yeah, definitely. That one too you need to monitor.
So what's mean of inbreeding?
Inbreeding, that is when father to a child, a daughter, and then mother to a son crossing the same genetic system. So it affects. And when it happens, sometimes we to my mobile channel or a time or expected about one is known tomorrow.
Okay. Grasscutter.
They're going to we put a show off. There's no pregnancy. Yeah.
So grasscutter, do you need to do record?
Record. Oh yeah. Record. Especially the crossing dates and then the time they will deliver. It goes.
So what about expenses?
Expenses. The most expensive aspect of grasscutter farming is the caging system and the quality of the cage. You need to have a secured cage. So that will cost you. Apart from that, all the rest are grass.
Educate them more on the cage.
The cage.
Yeah.
And the cage, it goes, as I say, we need to do it by video. So I'll show you.
So you just thought
Okay, so as you can see, as I've shown you, it goes. The wire need to be in, not outside.
Okay.
When the carpenter is forming it. Yeah.
Okay, the size of the cage.
I think 2 by 2 goes. 2 by 2. Some people 1.5 by 1.5 square. It goes.
Okay, why the cage is inside, not outside?
The wire.
The wire, yeah.
They're supposed to be inside, not outside, because they are very aggressive. Especially when they are crossing them, the female want to run. That aggressive running or chasing for the first time. So you need to have a secure place. Other than that, the next morning you come and one of them has run. Yeah.
Are they friendly?
Oh, they are friendly. When you start with them, touching them, they are used to. But when some farmers don't touch grasscutters. They are afraid. If you are afraid, you can't wear them. If you are afraid, you can't wear them at all. So you touch them every morning. Try to touch them. Let them feel you. No, let them feel you every morning. Just hold them, a touch, a touch. When it continues for about 21 days, they are used to. When you touch them, they are not afraid. You can even carry them.
Do you have way of carry the a
And
gas
yeah,
cutter?
you have to hold the tail.
The
Yeah,
like pick.
nutrient. Yeah, you have to hold the tail.
Okay, so if they are friend, they can hold them in your.
Oh yeah, you can hold them, but for them you can't carry them like the way you carry rabbits. Like no, the tail is the most advisable area for you to hold them.
You say we have two types of a gas cutter. So
We in the world we have a lot, but then the one we have, that's what we are talking about now.
okay,
The
so
albino and then the normal.
okay, so the number one and the albino, if they cross, what breed do you get?
Yeah, one if they cross, they will get the normal color. Like a female albino crossing a normal one. Okay, the children will be normal black. But the second time when albino cross a female of that one, then the color will change
To albino.
albino. But for the first time an albino cross a normal grass cutter color, the color will be normal, not albino.
Why? But if they give birth more than one,
Yeah, more than one.
so at least
That is the proceedings. So the second time of that children, okay, when an albino cross any of the female, then probability of having an albino color, the percentage is very high.
okay. So the meat, the albino one and the normal one, the taste are they
The
the same?
taste is the same, just that Korea feet are white, and anything white, had that features of attraction.
Okay, so that your introduction say for researching for gas cutter, they use it
Yeah,
for
yeah,
researching and
for research and then for breeding purposes, and then for um, some call it hobby purposes, and then
okay. So can you
for
take us
meat
to
purposes.
the research side?
Research, in the scientific field, you can a lot of them use grass cutter for because of their genetic actions, and then rabbit too. They use them for that wonderful research in the science lab and science laboratories.
Okay, so you are doing for breeding.
Oh yeah, for me, for breeding and for meat purposes.
Okay. Okay, so the meat,
The meat purposes.
how do you get your market?
Oh, marketing is just that we have some few farmers and some few people who love grass cutter. So when they are mature, we call them so that they will come and buy.
So you normally sell for the farmers.
So we sell to farmers sometimes when the demand at their end has increased. Then we transfer. Then it goes. An individual too, we sell for them.
So what about a
And somebody
chopper
wants
and
a chop bar too. If you come, we sell it for you.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody wants to start, what thing that person need to start with?
I think the number of rabbit
Yeah,
the
number
grass
one
grass
rabbit.
cutter?
Yeah, anything that person need to start with.
Is it an amount or the number of
The
grass
number
cutter?
of a gas cutter.
It goes depending on your pocket now. If you have the money, you can do quality cage and then start buying them. Buy a lot of females and then some few male. You got two male can cross 10 female if they are fully matured. Yeah. These days, man has to work. You need to work. The young boys who are coming need to work. I had them abedin. You'll be an arm robber, a bet caster, and lotto caster. So it is better you work.
Best side there because the first video you say the same thing on that too.
And people will love it because I've used the exact word. And you Juma, but then these are some of the things you have
Oh,
to
the
do.
link is here. So if you want to watch the rabbit, the interview to the end of the video to the if in the end cast, I will add that video in the end cast so you can watch that side. So if you are into new to this channel, please like the video, share and subscribe. And please, if you are new, please subscribe. So for the church, you are if I'm handling a church.
Oh yeah, by the grace of God,
So
God has set us as Jew of a ministry by the grace of God.
okay. So how do you able to mind the two together?
Oh, I see it to be more peaceful because we are into the ministry fully. The only time I had is to come to farm. Yeah,
Okay.
fully into ministry. The only hobby, free time we have to attend to the rabbit and then the grass cutter.
Okay. Do you have a particular place for grass cutter to raid?
Oh yeah, it need to be an enclosed, and then we have the outside type of grass cutter farming, and then the indoor type. It all depends. So your cage can be outside, but make sure the cage is properly made, and then you have an enclosed area where the cages are inside, like this one, so
Okay.
that you protect yourself and protect any intruder coming in to attack the animals.
Okay. So the advice for somebody who want to start.
My advice is that just the system is changing. You add the system, and we need to work. When you do genuine work, you have peace in your heart. Genuine work pays. So we should not be stranded. We should try and then do something. Do something. Backyard, do something. And the nature, monitor them, feed them, go to work. You return, you see result. So what I want to say is that they should not be afraid of farming. Farming is one of the powerful things. You see, I'm better maybe meet. I'm with my chair one buck rabbit. Why mature, no nutrition. It's quite good. So they should not be afraid at all. They should invest into farming. Farming is very, very good.
Okay. Okay. Please your telephone number and your location.
Oh, anyway, my name is Daniel Wobel, Reverend Daniel Wobel. People used to call me the Major One. Okay, and my telephone number is 0242 565897. You
Your
can call
location.
me. You can call me for rabbit. You can call me for grass cutter. And the location is Awoyo Junction, Winneba,
Remember. Okay.
Central Region.
Okay. So please like the video, share and subscribe. Bye.